Good morning. Back to work. That's kind of a job today. I started at 12. I started at 12, and it's like 8:30, so we're going to have some coffee and maybe buy some good. The cat's out there somewhere. I don't know what she does. It's kind of cold. I'm going to close the window a little bit. Salty cracker on the TV. I like him. Goes a little overboard sometimes, but anybody that speaks against the current narrative and has their own mind about things. It's on my It's funny guy. Funny guy. Anyways, let's go poo. Come with me, huh? I'll show you some poo. Hey, are you doing questions? No, I'm just gonna go poo right now. Questions later. I'm just getting ready to get the day started, you know. I need coffee. Just woke up, thought I'd share with you my morning routine. I'm doing this all my life. It's gotta be. That's what I do. There's my cat. Mama. Let's go poo, guys, because pooing is good for the health. And we can topple that poo, huh? We can topple that poo. Actually, one of the traditions of this place, of this, one of my traditions is to poo and talk in these videos. Because oddly enough, when you poo, you have some good ideas sometimes. So, and you also have some good poos. Let's see what's on the agenda this morning. What do we want to talk about? Is there anything you guys want to talk about? I don't know what I want to talk about. Oh, here we go. There's people here. Luisa Durato, hola. John, are you? Let's see these chats. ¿Cómo le hago? How do I get the Jim chats in here? See, I get chat. There we go. Chats in me voiced. Okay. This machine doesn't work. My digits. Here we go. Jenna. Oh, okay. See, this thing doesn't beat it. It can't seem to. Top chat, there we go. Oh, here we go. So, Jenna, are you doing questions or is this a blog? Blog. It's a blog. Who's that? Hola. Are you blogging on the toilet? Yes, I'm blogging on the toilet. Luisa Hurtado. Oh. And then Jenna. Why? Why am I blogging on the toilet? Well, that's a good question. I guess part of me is a little impish and a little like naughty and I'm just, taking a poo and talking to you guys. It's just like fun. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm having a good poo. Perfect. Ever since I went vegetarian and left the meat behind, I need a better tripod for this. I can put this here. There we go. That's a great tripod then. Ever since what's up? Oh, Shaman Arts. Oh, just here taking a shit from Shaman Arts. I want to show you guys the Morning Glory seeds. He's using the bathroom while talking to us. Yes, most definitely. I have a cat underneath too. Let's see, my cat. I don't know if you guys can see my cat. There's a cat in there somewhere. My cat likes to poo with me, but my cat always enjoys taking a poo with me. Jenna, okay, Robin, have a good day. Love you, Jenna. Peace out. Let's see who else is in there. One person. Okay, most people fled. I kind of like that about it. When they flee, they flee from my channel. Goodbye, goodbye. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, taking a poo and talking to you guys. Well, let's see. What's the agenda today? Can't take ourselves too seriously, guys. When we do that, then the universe starts making lots of mushrooms here. I have morning glory seeds, Louis. Morning glory seeds. I think I have more than enough for a trip or two. Like three to 500, I think. Yeah, morning glory seeds. I want to extract them though because I don't want to have to go through the nausea in the end. I just want the trip. I don't want the nausea. And I got a little, what do you call it, blister burn right onto my jaw over here, which drives me nuts. Every time I eat or drink, it's like, and I'm putting a mouthwash on it to try to get it down, but it's not gotten down too much. They last about a week. Lots of butter and yeah. Yeah, I love your garden, Louis. You have out there. You're in paradise out there. I'll show you the morning glory seeds right now. Yesterday I spent all day cutting them and what do you call it? Cosechándolas, taking them from the flowers. And I got a reasonable amount. I mean, for an urban garden, for an urban garden in my own house, it's not bad at all. It's like, quite a few. So I'll probably be having that trip soon. Jesus, and you take care of business. Is Jesus Fish still around? That's good. That's good. That guy has a very strong um, a very strong vision of what the world must be like, and he's following it very seriously. I don't think you've got a strong vision of what the world should be like. You're more like a more chaotic than Jesus Fish. Jesus Fish is very boxed in his thoughts. You're totally open. It's kind of what I like about Shirato. You, Shaman Arts, you, Louis, dude. Yeah. So, there were good times in Tampa, though. Damn good times. I did end up in a morgue, though. I gotta tell you, I did end up in a morgue. I kind of escaped a morgue out there in Tampa, down by the library. I got picked up by an ambulance. I must have OD'd on something. I got picked up in an ambulance, and yeah, ended up with a sheet over my head and a little tag on my toe. And I got up, and I was like in a room with dead people. And I said, "Shit, I'm in a morgue." So I walked out of the room, and there was a long hallway, and there was another door, and I walked out of that door, and I was suddenly in a kind of like an alley with some trash bins. And I just walked out. I was like, "See you guys." uh, good times. Good times in Tampa Bay. Good times. Now I got to work. I got it's like 9 o'clock, so I got 9, 10, 11, about 3 hours before I have to work. And I want to bathe. I'm all full of scratchy. The water down here is horrible. It's got a bad odor to it. So when you bathe, you never feel truly clean. You feel clean because it's hot water and it runs off you and everything, but it's not like the clean you feel when you bathe with good water. You know, it's a lesser clean feeling. It's bizarre. But, you know, we're in Santa Marta, Iztapalapa. I mean, the prison is like 4 blocks that way. You can actually walk to the prison and sit outside. They have this little park-looking thing, and they have all the. I'll try to make a video of it. It's pretty interesting. They have a little park with these huge trees, and right in front of those huge trees is the wall, prison wall with a barbed wire, and there's 2 big guard towers, and right behind the guard towers, well, there's the prisoners and their windows. They have little slit windows like that, so they look at you like that, looking like that. Like, what was that character? Killjoy. They look like Killjoy. Shitload of Killjoys like that, you know. Just see this part of them. Looking at the trees. So I sat there, and it's the female part of the prison. It's the women's prison. So you can look at them like that, looking at you like that, like, "Hey, Wonder, come out of here. You get a blowjob." Huh? Bizarre. Okay, Louis is out of the house. Somebody. Um, what else? What else is going on? What else can we talk about? Ghostly presences and ghosts, health. I do have aches and pains all over. Yesterday I slept from like 7 in the evening. Just into my bed and I just slept. I was tired. Working does that to you. It knocks you out, it tires you out. But it was a good sleep, and I feel refreshed this morning. And now I'm gonna make some macaronis, make some coffee, make some macaronis, and make some coffee and macaronis, and prepare the workday. But first we gotta take a poo. I saw meow, meow. I saw a book about digestion somewhere. And in the book it had a picture of how poo usually comes in 2 or 3 groups in the small intestine. When it's running through the small intestine, it doesn't all come in one lump. There's like 2 or 3 lumps that are running through the small intestine. It gets separated somehow. So let's say that you have a meal. That's why I usually take 2 poos in the morning. Take like one poo before my coffee and 1 poo after my coffee. That's just the way I do. I roll. And sometimes if you're lucky, you can take the second poo during the first poo. But in my case, it's usually I wait a little bit. I see if it's coming out, if it's moving. And then if it doesn't go through, grab a cup of coffee, wait a minute or 2, and then I take a second poo. So I'm probably going to take a second poo here in a minute, because this is getting boring, sitting in the poo, talking to you guys. Poo videos, the inspiration for poo videos began with Frank Zappa, who was the first really popular artist that I know of that made a picture of himself taking a poo. And the reason I like it is there's various reasons why I like, talking to you guys while I poo. First of all, it's unusual. It's not really pornographic or nasty. It's just you taking a poo, what was it? Not Jodorowsky, but the other guy. Buñuel. Buñuel made a movie where people would poo in public, would poo together and talk and everything. And they would eat separately. They would eat in private, which I thought was very specific of what we do as human beings. All these taboos, all these things, it's ridiculous. The very fact that we have to go into the streets with clothing speaks to me of a species that is not yet awake. It's not yet ready for truth. Because if you think about it, we're the only one that does it. We're the only species that actually has to get dressed before it goes out. My cats don't get dressed. And of course, they got fur. But all the same. Licking their ass in public, there's nothing to them. They don't have any shame. Shame is a peculiarly human feeling. I have seen cats be ashamed I've seen dogs be ashamed. But usually their shame derives from human-like behavior. Behavior they've actually learned from humans. I'll give you an example. When you catch a dog drinking from the toilet. It's very common that dogs drink from the toilet if it's open. But if you catch one, you'll get this surprised kind of shameful face, like, oh, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. Think about it. A dog drinking water would not carry any shame unless the dog has become so humanized that it becomes shameful when he drinks water. A cat gets caught eating out of a trash can. Well, cats are a little bit more shameless than dogs, thankfully. But that's, do you know what I'm saying? It's this human learned behavior. It's not something the dog would ordinarily worry about if it was in the wild or whatever. To the dog in the toilet, it's just water. It's just a source of clean water. Usually if you flush the toilet, the water that comes out is clean. So the dog wouldn't mind drinking that water. But it does. It does. I've seen it in their faces. So that's actually a learned behavior. That's like a dog being more human than dog. Our companion animals suffer a lot from that. Like some of our cats, for instance, would never fare well in the wild because they're not feral enough. They're not savage enough. They're too civilized to fare well in the world, you know. Like this one over here. Otra No, she wants to be fed. What she wants. Because usually my routine is I poo, I go feed the cats, I make a cup of coffee, I poo again, and then I have breakfast. Which is kind of a very, I don't want to say ridiculous ritual, but it does have its denouement. Well, guys, that's it. That's the show this morning. Peace out. Close. I put it on the tripod, it doesn't close. It's really weird.